kitchen and welcome to my channel Cake. I'm your hostess Suzanne. Today we are going to be making this amazing chocolate sour cream cake. If you want to know how I made it and you can make it too, just keep watching. Okay, let's go ahead and get started with our chocolate sour cream cake. It is so yummy. You're gonna love this recipe. This recipe has 3 steps. Step 1 with a pan. And the recipe comes from an old church cookbook. I love old church cookbooks. The recipe calls for 1 cup of water. I like to add a half a cup of coffee to my half a cup of water. That's the mixture I like best. Coffee does enhance the chocolate flavor. And to this half a cup of water, or half a cup of water and half a cup of coffee, we'll put in 2 sticks of butter, or as my church cookbook would call it, oleo. And also 4 tablespoons of cocoa. We'll go ahead and set that on the stove and let that come to a nice simmer. You don't want to boil it, but you do want it to be all incorporated, and a simmer is the way to do it. I already preheated my oven to 350 degrees, and I have 3 of my 8-inch pans already prepared with non-stick spray and a piece of parchment paper. Step 2 is 2 cups of sugar, 2 cups of flour, and 1/8 teaspoon of salt sifted into this bowl. And we'll just sift it here. Okay, step 2's done. We're on to step 3. Okay, we're on step 3 now. I have my stand mixer here. To that we will add 2 eggs. And next comes 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Next is 1 teaspoon of baking soda. And this is where it's gonna throw you off. If you've not read any old church cookbooks, this is gonna be a surprise to you, but we have 1 tablespoon of vinegar. And that will foam up, as you can see. It looks pretty cool. And next we'll add a half a cup of sour cream. Don't worry about writing all of this down. I will leave the recipe down in the description box below for you. You want to make sure you're keeping an eye on your stove over there with your butter and water and cocoa. Okay, let's go ahead and give this a good mix. And of course we're going to raise up our bowl and turn it on and start slow like we always do. Once we're out of the danger zone, we can crank it on up. It looks like our cocoa mixture is ready to be added to the flour mixture. This has already come to a nice simmer. We're going to go ahead and add it to our flour sugar mixture now. Okay, let's go ahead and give this a good stir. It's kind of funky at first. First time you make this, you're going to go like, this is a crazy recipe, and it kind of is. But it has turned out 100% of the time perfect for me. Here we go. And this batter at this point looks like brownie batter. It looks delicious, but we're not finished with this cake yet. We are going to introduce step 1 and 2 to step 3 right now. We're going to stick this into this bowl. Okay, now that we have all of our steps together, we're going to raise our bowl and start our mixer on slow. We do not want to overmix it, but we want to ensure it's all mixed together. Let's go ahead and raise our bowl and do that now. Start slow and then crank it up. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. We're gonna go ahead and take it off the stand now. I always like to scrape down my bowl before I pour it into the pans just to ensure I have it all incorporated together. So I always give it a little last stir. The sides and the bottom. Making sure everyone's happy, happy, happy in the bowl together. Oh my goodness, this looks so good, you guys. I'm going to go ahead and divide these in these pans, and we're going to stick it in the oven. See you in a second. Our pans are ready to rock and roll. Go in the oven. I just took these out of the oven. They were in there for 25 minutes. A couple of different ways to see if a cake is finished baking. The first way is you can take a toothpick, stick it in the center of the cake, pull it out. If it comes out clean, it is finished baking. Another visual way that I like to do before I do the toothpick is to look and see if it's pulling away from the sides of the pan. You know it's ready to rock and roll. I do both every single time. I have placed them on these cooling racks. I will let them cool here for 20 minutes, and after 20 minutes I'll take the cakes out of the pan and let them cool until they become room temperature on these racks. If I'm using them today, I will go ahead and stick them in the freezer unwrapped, but if I'm not going to use them today, I will wrap them in some cling wrap and stick them in the freezer. You can have them in there for up to 3 months. You probably can have them longer, but that's as long as I've ever had one in the freezer, and they've tasted just as good as the day I baked them. Thank you so much for watching my video today, how to make a chocolate sour cream cake. A step-by-step recipe and tutorial for you. I hope you really enjoy this cake if you make it. If you are not yet subscribed to my channel, please consider doing so. It is quick and it is easy, and most importantly, it is free. And if you like this video, hit that thumbs up. If you'd like to be notified every single time I upload a video, hit that notifications bell. It will send you an email every single time I upload a video. I hope you are having an amazing day. I know I am. Until next time, make it a great day. Coffee does bring out that chocolatey, our cocoa and milk. Our cocoa and milk. We're making cocoa. Thank you, Harley neighbor. If you are not yet subscribed to my channels, I only have one. If you are not yet subscribed to my channels, is this an omen? Am I supposed to have more than one?